Hey Bit Squad, and thanks for tuning in to this KYC update. Now, I know last time we had done the update and we did a little more research on the CEO of KYC Legal, and we saw his mediocre work that he delivered. A lot of you guys had pointed out that you'd never received your tokens, and honestly, I'm not surprised. But as someone had reached out to us talking about other platform and other medias, social media that KYC Legal was on, so we decided to do a little more research on that. And we found that KYC Legal had a Medium, and of course their account got suspended, no longer there. They also haven't tweeted anything since March, so it's been a while. And then lastly, their website domain. So this is what kind of caught my attention the most. Their website domain had been active since 2015. Now, they didn't launch anything until 2018 this year, when they did their ICO and all of that. So to have a website domain since 2015 operating out of St. Petersburg, Russia, and have such poor performance and such mediocrity that came with your project. So this says one of two things. Either A, it was a scam, because I mean, you had plenty of time to plan for anything, plenty of time to plan things out, and then everything out of nowhere gets suspended, and this gets cut off, and that gets cut off, and da. Or B, they planned to do something, and then they just didn't know how to do what, and ended up failing. But honestly, again, like, based off all the companies that this guy has had in the past and all the products that he had created, again, super duper duper mediocre. Just in my opinion, it's trash. So like, for those of you guys who still kind of like question your tokens and things like that, don't expect them to come, honestly. If you guys were one of the lucky ones, kind of like us, who did end up getting them, you can't really even use them. You can't do anything with them, so they're kind of just like worthless at this point in time. I mean, their app, again, nobody was on there. Nothing was popping, so it was just kind of like flatline. So I mean, I guess there's so much that comes into play when you're looking to invest into an ICO and understanding what it is to invest into an ICO. And that was one of my first ICOs that I had invested into personally. So my experience kind of coming off from that ICO and now venturing off into other ICOs and learning what it is to actually become an investor and become integrated into the investing community and understanding what these ICOs have to offer and what they do. Recently, I went to London, and sometimes even I'll go to places here local in the country where I meet up with these people, because it's important to know what they're doing, what they want to do, what they stand for, before you just kind of like blindly invest into them. In the UK, I found it really interesting because they have so many community gatherings and launch parties and all this, blockchain and crypto education over there that they try to push. Versus here, like personally, where I live in the state of Florida, there might be maybe 10 events in the span of a couple months, and then half of them are outrageously priced. So there's just a lot that comes into play with, the miseducation that there is currently amongst most investors, small time investors, not, necessarily Goldman Sachs or Nike Partners. They have the funds, resources, just about anything you could think of to go out and actually, integrate and meet these people and research these people and do stuff with their company. For the small time investors who are kind of just questioning, new startups, new products, most important thing right now to see if an ICO is worth it or not is to make sure that they have something that works already. I learned that when you have something that works, chances are, as a company, you will flourish. Because here's what a lot of ICOs are doing. They're literally telling you, hey, I have this idea, and this is what I want to do with my idea. Give me money. And that's not really an effective tactic, because if you don't have something that already works, what makes you think that these people are going to take your money and make it work? They don't know the fundamentals of starting up some of these companies. They don't know the legals behind it. They don't know the logistics. Thankfully, the ICO crowd has kind of been dying out recently. The more schemish ICOs are still out there. They're still kind of lingering, but I feel like more and more people have kind of been watching out for them. For new people who are kind of just jumping on and they're new adopters, it's really important to do more than just a fundamental analysis on the company and the white paper. It's important to look into these people's backgrounds. It's important to look into, where they're coming from, what they're doing, even like stuff like website domain, kind of how we looked into with KYC Legal. Those are very, very important aspects of looking into these ICOs and deciding who is a valid candidate to invest into. So that's kind of just some food for thought, some advice for you guys. If you guys have any questions, make sure to comment, subscribe down below. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure to check into our Telegram. We still have that competition going on. When we reach 10,000 followers, we're going to have that giveaway. So make sure you subscribe and become a part of Bit Squad. So I'll see you guys next time on our Bits and Tokens channel. I'm Annalise. Peace out.